Hi guys, welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today we are asking the question yes or no to anything that you would like to have an answer to. We have 4 piles for you today. Before I get into the piles, I just want to quickly say thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my channel and my energy. If you like today's reading, do leave me a comment down in the comment section. Timestamps are down below in the description box as well as the comment section, and you guys know what to do, so let's get into the piles. Okay, hi there, pile 1. We are on to your reading. So this is your yes or no question. These ones are going to be super quick today, so this will be to the point. And for your tarot card, for your answer to yes or no, you got the 2 of coins, aka the 2 of pentacles. So guys, what I want to say here is, now I do read these tarot cards and oracle cards intuitively. I am an intuitive tarot reader, so I don't go by always the standard meanings. So for me right here with this 2 of coins, I'm going to say for you guys straight off, it's a maybe. And the reason I say that is because I think this all depends on how you choose to deal with your current situation at hand as to how this plays out as a yes or a no. So the 2 of coins, the 2 of pentacles is about balance, okay? It's about juggling things. It's about, perhaps having a lot of responsibilities right now. Maybe even feeling a bit overwhelmed. Maybe you're just feeling like you've got a lot going on right now and, you're struggling to manage things, keep things running on time, and keeping that balance, right? And, if we look to the Rider-Waite version, if you guys know it, we do have the guy sort of juggling the 2 pentacles in his hands. And if we, use the juggler kind of metaphor, you guys, if you keep on top of things, if you manage your time well, you can keep those balls rolling and juggling, right? But it's just as easy to let the balls drop or have them drop due to lack of management and keeping on top of things, right? For some of you, things could be a little bit overwhelming right now, and perhaps you already feel like the balls could drop, right? Which is, for some of you, maybe why you're here searching for an answer. So with your oracle cards, we have 2 of the same here. So confirmation from spirit here. We have spirit quartz music. And from the angel deck, we have music. So for some of you, I want to say that this can be music related. So for those of you, I'm going to address this first. So for some of you, I feel like you could be wanting to pursue something to do with music, or you may already be a musician or in the music industry. And we do have the card standstill. We have your commitment is being tested. Sorry guys, I've got sirens and things going on outside now. And we have the card grow. All flowers must grow through dirt. So I do feel like for some of you guys, You may be at the beginning stages of something related to music. This is for those of you that resonate with the music section. And with this card, your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. You guys, this could be a scenario where you guys are really needing to keep on top of perhaps practicing. It reminds me of the movie, what's it called? The movie Sister Act, right? But number 2, and or you could reference number 1 as well. But basically, where she realizes that she's going to tell, this is Whoopi Goldberg's character, she realizes that she's going to turn her music class into a choir. But of course, when they start learning the singing stuff, it's all scales and oohs and ahs and breathing techniques and stuff, and they're all like, oh, and they're sitting in class with this look like, this is so boring. But it's needed in order to get the right techniques down to progress, right? Because when we learn things, sometimes there's no shortcuts, right? We literally have to go A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We can't just jump from 1 to 5 or A to Z, right? So I feel like for some of you, if this resonates, if you were at the beginning stages of this, or maybe even this is just an idea right now and you're thinking about getting into this or thinking about doing this, your commitment to this might be tested, right, at this time or coming up. Whether you can really stick this out. And sometimes too, I feel like, it's so easy for us to give up on a dream simply because we get to the first obstacle or the first speed hump, right? And we go, oh, okay, I'll just turn back. But, you're not going to get anywhere by doing that if you're going to just, turn around at the first sign of, a challenge or something that may not even be as big of a deal as maybe we think it might be. You know what I mean? And I think, for some of us, if you resonate with this, we don't often push ourselves enough to see ourselves through, to see what we're really capable of, and to see what we can really achieve. Because we do. We see these things ahead and we go, oh, no, I think I'll just turn back. I'll look for an easier route, or I'll look for something that's easier, that doesn't have all the, yellow lights and stuff, the cautions and the, stop signs and all that kind of stuff, But, like this card says here, all flowers must grow through dirt. So in order for you to grow, to blossom, again, yeah, like a flower, you've got to grow through some dirt. You've got to go through some crap first in order to get there sometimes. It's not an easy path. Sometimes it's not a straight road. Sometimes we have to turn corners. Sometimes we don't even know what's around the corner. That can even be exciting in itself, not knowing what's around the corner, right? But that can also breed fear as well. And I think for some of you, if this is a fear thing, there's a need for you guys to try and look beyond that, right? Change your perspective, try and look beyond that to push forward with this. And again, because your commitment is being tested here. So that's, if you really resonate with this music. And with the standstill card here as well, some of you guys could maybe, if there is a standstill, if there is a stop sign that you're coming up to, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should turn around, right? It's not an end of the road or anything like that. It's perhaps just a pause for now, right? Maybe with this 2 of coins, you're having to put something on hold because you have other responsibilities going on, you have something else that needs your attention, right, over this right now. So in that sense, perhaps your commitment is being tested too, whether you'll actually come back to this, keep going with this, or if you have the ability to, again, though we are juggling, so be careful with your time management here to not let those balls drop, but perhaps you're able to do this on the side, but it's going to have to take a bit of a back seat, you know? But that's okay, because I still feel like you guys could, you know, have that opportunity to keep growing and blossoming with this. For others of you, you know, again, this could be your commitment to other responsibilities. It doesn't have to be music related, right? So this can be in terms, we are talking about pentacles, this can be in terms of career or any other, you know, material things as well that you may be juggling, right? Family life, you know, your general daily responsibilities. And I'm hearing with that, in that case, appreciate that if there is a standstill at some point, appreciate that peace, that moment in the stillness, right? And looking at this standstill card, to me, it just looks really peaceful. It almost looks to me like that bird is appreciating the stillness. Look how still that water is, right? It's almost mirroring, well, it is mirroring everything. So there's a definite sense of calm there. So I would appreciate those moments if you do get them, because I feel like that's going to help you to not let those balls drop or let the coins drop, right? For some of you, music, in terms of these music cards, it might be very helpful for you guys to listen to music. It might be something very soothing for you. It might be something that brings the calm amongst you guys, you know, with all this juggling responsibilities and, you know, just all the things that you're having to do and take care of right now. You know, this can be a time of patience too with the standstill. Maybe you need to be a little bit patient with this moving forward. Have patience with yourself, I'm hearing. Right? You're doing the best that you can. Have patience with yourself. You know, and credit where credit's due, right? Give yourself credit where it's due, because, you know, a lot of you are trying to do your best right now. But again, with that commitment is being tested, can you keep those balls rolling? Can you keep the pentacles rolling? Because with this Two of Coins, there's a fine line. You know, any moment those pentacles can drop, right? I know that can be you know, bring on a bit of anxiety, right? To think about that. Maybe you're already a bit stressed out. Maybe you're already feeling that way, which is why the standstill's here. Take that moment if you've got it, that moment of peace. Anytime that you have that, maybe again, you know, because the Two of Coins is about time management, maybe too, this is about you allowing yourself that time out or finding the time, right? And, you know, with the spirit quartz as well, being connected to spirit, you know, maybe spirit sending you signs right now through music as to how to proceed forward, or maybe messages, you might be getting downloads, something like that. But the Two of Coins generally is about, you know, keeping that balance or regaining balance as well. If you feel like, you know, you're getting a bit wobbly with the coins, spirit is definitely behind you with the spirit quartz here, I feel like. But whatever it is that you guys are doing here, your commitment to this is being tested a little bit here. You know, maybe some of you, you've planted the seeds to something, And maybe, you've had that much going on that you haven't seen any progress yet, but those seeds have been planted. Growth is to come, right? That blossoming moment will come. Yeah. And if I do remember, I think with the Two of Pentacles, in the background too, you do have like the rough seas as well, with the sort of ships sort of being thrown around in the rough seas. So yeah, I mean, things might feel a bit rocky right now. And again, that goes back to that, flowers grow through dirt metaphor, right? It might be like that right now, but keep persevering, keep pushing through, keep going. Because whatever this is that you guys are wanting to obtain, you can do this. I feel like you can do this. This is why I said I felt like this Two of Coins was a maybe. Because I think it all depends on your actions and how this plays out from those actions. I feel like this could definitely be a yes for you guys if you persevere, if you keep pushing through, if you believe in yourself, right? Again, time management, some patience, taking that time. If you've got that standstill moment, don't panic about it. Take it as a good thing, right? That little bit of time out. It's like stopping to smell the roses, right? We don't often do that, or it's sometimes too. We're so focused on the destination that we forget about the wonderful journey itself that we're on. I kind of think sometimes too, it's like, driving in a car where the driver is focused on the road rules and, what the car in front of him is doing, what the car in front of them is doing. And yet all the passengers are sitting there getting to look out the window going, oh, look at the, sun, and oh, look at that lovely building, and oh, look at the rainbow. And yet the driver's going, what? Huh? I can't look. I've got to concentrate, So it's that kind of a thing. Like, don't forget to enjoy the journey as well. And things may seem like they're a little bit hard right now, but you guys keep pushing through and keep persevering. Keep going. You guys have got the strength to do this, right? And you guys are going to get there exactly to where you need to be. Again, that blossoming flower, right? I think that's it, guys. Like I said, this is a really, really quick one. I hope that answered your question. Let me know down in the comments. If you like my energy and my channel, please like and subscribe. If you haven't already, would really appreciate it. Like I said, if this did resonate, leave me a message down in the comments. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Hi there, pile 2. So this is your yes or no question. Now, for your tarot card, the answer we got was the Six of Wands, and this is all about success and victory. So this is a definite yes for you guys to your question. Now, looking at your oracle cards, I do feel like there's a few scenarios here. Of course, this is a general reading, so excuse me, guys. Bear with me while I get through the different scenarios here. So please stay with me because I have about 3 different scenarios here. So let's read out the other oracle cards. To begin with, we've got a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. Some of you guys might be Libra signs or sun, moon, rising. We also have the wonders card. We have inner child, children, and we have the card here, wildflower. It says live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. So, first of all, I'm going to state what I think is the obvious, guys. For some of you, you may have been asking about whether you're going to have children. Maybe you guys are trying to conceive right now. And I feel like the answer to that is a yes. There is success. A win-win outcome is forecast. So I feel like if you're asking about whether or not you are going to get pregnant or you're going to have children, the answer is yes. Now, of course, I am not a doctor, guys. So please just remember that these are general readings. So, any medical concerns or anything like that, please see your doctor. But of course, if that is what you came to ask about, then I feel like it is a yes. For the second part, some of you, I feel like you guys are doing some inner child healing. I feel like you've been either working on yourself or are going to be working on your inner child, right? Because we do have, with the inner child card here, we do have rose quartz, and rose quartz is all about love. And I feel like this is showing you guys some self-love and, love to your inner child. So I do feel like for some of you, this is about inner child healing. And of course, we do have the card, the wildflower card, live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. So I feel like for some of you, this is breaking free. This is, setting your inner child free, right? So I do feel for some of you, this has been about healing your inner child, and feeling that sense of wonder again with this wonder card here, feeling the joy again, feeling the happiness, seeing the world through a child's eyes again, having that spark of, just joy and happiness. And this is amethyst we have here on the card. So again, that makes me, of course, think of spirit, because amethyst is a really good way to get in contact with your spirit guides. You may be doing some meditations, perhaps. We do have purple over here too with the full moon and Libra card. So I do think, spirit is present, obviously, here. There's, you guys may be working with spirit in doing this healing. You may be tapping into your higher self even, or just generally like doing meditations. You might even be doing or be, feeling called to do inner child meditations on YouTube. Look those up because they are there. There's a lot of inner child guided meditations, as well as, just instrumental ones, that you can work on yourself without the guide. But there's also binaural beats as well, if you guys want to get into those. So they might be helpful for you at this time. It may be helpful for you guys too to keep some rose quartz around. So if you don't have any rose quartz, you might want to look into getting some, even if it's just a little buffed one that you keep in your pocket. I think that's just going to be very helpful for you at this time. Amethyst could also be very helpful as well. Amethyst is good for meditation as well, guys. So again, if you're meditating, that could be very helpful. But like I said, there is victory here. There is success. So if you guys are in this healing process, I do see you guys coming out the other end, and getting through this and, healing your inner child. So for some of you, that's what this is about. And for others of you, I feel like this is you guys going for a dream that perhaps you've had since a child, or going for something that really speaks to your inner child, that makes you happy. It doesn't have to be a dream necessarily. Maybe this is you guys just wanting to live your best life in general, and just really live it to what speaks to you and, what makes you happy. And like I said, we do have live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. So, maybe you guys, maybe some of you have even felt like the black sheep of the family, you know what I mean? And people say, oh, they live such an unconventional life. It's, and maybe people don't understand it, but this is just who you are, right? And, maybe, I think too, it's interesting because I think a lot of people misunderstand when we're really in touch with our inner child, I think a lot of people misunderstand that for immaturity. And I think there's a huge difference between us, reconnecting with our inner child, or, maybe there was never a disconnection, being in connection with our inner child. And, I think some people see it as immaturity sometimes, which it's not. I mean, it's just us being true to ourselves. There's a certain purity and an innocence that we have as kids. And, people say, oh, yeah, but, we have to grow up, right? And we've got to get rid of that. But I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? I think that that's forced upon us to disregard that part of ourselves. But it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like moving through the grades of school, for instance, right? You go from grade 1 to grade 2 to 3 to 4, so on, right? And then you go from primary school to high school. If you guys are in like the US or something, I don't know, elementary school, I think is what we call primary school, and then high school, and then I could be wrong, guys. Sorry, I'm not from America, so don't go by me there. I'm trying to think of excuse me, I'm trying to think of what they actually say in the movies, to be honest with you, and I can't think. I think elementary school was our primary school. Anyways, sorry guys, but you get my point, right? Going through the grades. And it's obviously you step up, you move up, and people will say, come on now, you're in grade 6, you're in the last grade, of this section of school. You've got to start acting like it now. You know how you're always told that? And then when you get into like grade 7, which was what we call like high school, it's like, well, you're a high school kid now. There's no playing with, soccer balls and stuff, or, swinging on the swings like you used to. You're a high school student now. You need to act like a high school student. And this just keeps going throughout our lives, right? And so the more and more this happens, the more and more we start abandoning this part of ourselves. But that's the whole point. It's a part of us. And, we can squash it down, we can push it aside, we can cover it up, but it's still there. And so I really hate when people say, like, oh, this person's like being really immature. I don't think it's nothing to do with immaturity. It is just us being us. And children, like I said, when we are children, we are, I think, at one of our best selves, because we are so honest, we are so in tune with what we want. And people think that kids don't know what they want, but kids are actually very discerning. They are. And we do sort of really know what we want. I think a lot of the times too, when we look back and when people say, what do you want to do with your life? And we say, we answer quite honestly at the time. And I think there's quite a lot of people that can either relate to being that person right now in their lives, where if they actually look back, oh, actually, I did say that I wanted to do this as a job, and this is what I do with my life right now. Or, maybe if sometimes we look back and we go, oh, actually still really want to do that. And, or we're still really passionate about that kind of thing, whatever it was, right? But we're, again, we're very pure, we're very in touch with ourselves. And I just think it's ridiculous when people say, yeah. Anyways, so the point is, you guys might be really in touch and in tune with your inner child. And that may raise a few questions with people, maybe, or, people, I don't know, take it differently, right? And I think this is about you going, no, I'm really stepping into this. And I'm living life my way. I'm living it uncontrolled. I'm living it, like it says here, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. We don't have the healthy boundaries card here, but maybe you guys have been working on some of that as well, creating boundaries and things with people. But I feel like, you guys are just really in touch with your heart space as well. And I think maybe perhaps, a lot of you live by your heart and what your heart really wants. You're sort of led by your heart a lot and led by your intuition, which is a really fun way and, honest way, I feel like, as well, to live. So for some of you, this is about maybe a childhood dream that you've been wanting to fulfill, or something that has that childlike aspect that you're wanting to go for, if it is in the dream sense. And for others of you, I just feel like this is your general personality. You're very connected with your inner child, and this is who you are, living a life, like I said, uncontrolled and free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. And of course, with the Wonders card here, I think this just makes me think of you guys sort of seeing the world the way that children see it, or the way that we saw it as kids, right? Where there is still wonders, where the world is our oyster. It really is, where we think nothing's impossible, right? And maybe you do have that outlook, which good for you, right? Because we tend to go through life and, all these restrictions put on us, and all these, rules and all these things that we go through. And then in the end, we sort of get entrapped by fears and wondering, should I go for this? Should I not? And self-doubt and, telling ourselves we're not good enough or something like that, and it's all these things that stop us from moving forward, stop us from being who we really are, or obtaining the things that we really want to obtain, and going for those dreams that we really want to go for. But I feel like you guys are stepping into that, if you haven't already. And like I said, we have the Six of Wands here. So this is a yes for you guys. Victory and success is ahead. And like the card says, a win-win outcome is forecast. So that is fantastic. And like I said, guys, this, I didn't actually say to you guys, I said it to pile number 1. This was a super quick reading today. So this is the end of your reading. I really hope that this resonated and this did answer your question. If you like my energy and you like my channel, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And again, if this resonated, please leave me a message down in the comments. I would love to read it. Other than that, guys, I will see you hopefully on the next reading. Take care. Bye. Hi there, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading today. This is going to be a super quick reading, guys, so we're getting straight to the point here. And this is the answer to your yes or no question. Now, we have the Knight of Cups as your main answer. And guys, like I keep saying, I read these cards intuitively, so I don't always go by the standard meanings. I do, of course, use those sometimes as a base, but I go off what I feel. So what I'm feeling here with the Knight of Cups is a yes. So we're going to get more into this in just a moment. I'm going to read out your other oracle cards first of all. So we have potential. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So some of you guys might be Sagittarius, or Sagittarians, I should say. You might just have it in your chart, sun, moon, rising. We also have Selenite, spiritual awakening. We also have truth and integrity. And then we have the card Dream that says, have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. So, with this Knight of Cups. Now, for you guys, I feel like this is, I feel like you guys have been doubting yourself is honestly what I'm feeling here. Have you guys been doubting something recently? There's something I think that you guys are wanting to do or wanting to head towards, but there's been some kind of doubt here. And with the card of potential and luck is on your side, Spirit is really wanting to tell you here to go for it. I feel like this is your yes, go for it. And Knights being, the ones that are charging ahead, taking action, they're the action cards, right? This is Spirit telling you to make that move, right, to go for it. And to not worry about the outcome, so much because, again, we have this luck is on your side. So I feel like spirit and the universe is really backing you guys right now. Also, again, with this potential card, you guys do have the potential. So I feel some kind of self-doubt here. So if this is the case, do your best, guys, to let go of that. Fear is often what stops us from moving forward. And I know this so well because I've been through it many times. And, I think if we all lived in a fearless world, it would be limitless what we could do, right? And we often don't see the potential in ourselves. Sometimes we need to get that confirmation, or we need that motivation, or we need that push, or that inspiration to really go ahead and move forward with things. Being that this is the Knight of Cups too, I feel like this is something tied to the heart for you guys. This is something quite emotional for you, whatever this is. With the Truth and Integrity card, I feel like this is about being true to who you are. So this could be about you guys really opening yourselves up, I feel like, and maybe showing the world a part of who you are, or the whole you, whatever it is that you guys are doing, or whatever this is. If this is a project, for instance, or if this is something that you're actually wanting to put out there, I feel like this is a part of you that you're releasing. For instance, because we do have this dream card here, have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. I feel some of you could be writers. I am feeling that. And maybe you've written a story that's really close to your heart. Maybe even it's like a bit of an autobiography, you know what I mean? Or it's something about your life story, or it's something that's really connected to you, maybe, and who you are, right? And this is just for some of you, right? So I feel like whatever this is, though, again, like I'm saying, it is really connected to you, and it's something that you're really tied to emotionally, or it's really from the heart. Yeah. Some of you guys too, being that this is a cup sign, could be water signs as well. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Hello to my fellow Pisces, by the way. And we do have this spiritual awakening card as well. So in that sense, I honestly just feel like this is opening up to who you really are and allowing yourself to feel, to be you. And again, for those of you that are really putting yourselves out there, putting yourselves forward and saying, this is me, right? And I want to reference something because I don't remember her name. I have my computer right here. This is random, but hang on, guys. Let me move my tarot cards out of the way. I don't want to say this without saying the lady's right name. So, just one second. Bear with me, guys. I want to reference something. Do any of you guys watch Got Talent? This was on the British Got Talent. So let me just quickly get the name here because, like I said, I want to say it right. So, okay. Right. Lauren Allred. That's right. I couldn't remember her last name. I was remembering the Lauren bit, but I couldn't remember the last name. So, I was watching Britain's Got Talent, and I'm sure most of you have seen the movie Greatest Showman, and everyone loves the song Not Enough, I'm sure. And basically, this Lauren Allred lady came on stage, and they said, "What are you going to do?" And she said, "Well, actually, I'm going to sing, but actually, I think you guys have heard me before, but you just don't know me. You haven't seen my face." And Simon Cowell was really confused by that. I was like, "What is she talking about?" And then she said, "I'm the person that sings never enough on The Greatest Showman movie. And they were all in disbelief, the judges. And they went, what? And she said, yeah, I actually was supposed to be coaching the actors and actresses at singing some of the songs. And she said that the lady who played, the actor who played, who sung the song, right, who was doing the part of her song, basically she said, no, we'll get her to sing it. She sings it better than me. And so she did, but in the background. So she wasn't actually on the screen, but she did it in the background. And she said, this is my song, and I'm now feel like I'm ready to step out and show the world my face and sort of take recognition finally for the fact that this was actually me. So I feel like for some of you guys, this is, a similar thing where you guys are finally ready to take a step forward and say, hey, world, this is me. And selenite might be good for you guys to keep around right now. Selenite is a really good cleanser and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you want to keep it around, and, all those kinds of crystals too are good for connecting with spirit and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, some of you too, you might just want to take some time out, a little bit of rest and relax, maybe to, figure out your next step, or, because sometimes too, we can get really trapped in outside opinions and what's going on with the world around us. And sometimes we need to just take that moment to ourselves, to rest, to recuperate, but also to gain that clarity. And this might be to do with the spiritual awakening as well. In that moment to ourselves is when the clarity comes, right? When the clouds part and we get more, focus, and we're able to see things better. But this too could be you guys getting inspiration, downloads, all those kinds of things. With the cup of tea as well, I'm hearing herbal teas might be really helpful for you guys right now. So things like chamomile tea, green tea. So look into some of those. I just heard some of you guys might be having issues sleeping. So if you are, then yeah, things like herbal teas will be able to help you to sleep as well. Just spending some time out in nature as well is really going to help you guys. But this is just about being true to who you are and, getting out there and showing the world the real you. So whatever this is that you guys are wanting to move forward with, Spirit is saying now is the time. Take the action, move forward. All right, this is your yes card. This is your confirmation from Spirit that you have the potential and they are behind you. They are supporting you in this. Yeah. So if this was related to self-doubt, stop doubting yourself, guys, and move forward. Now is the time. Now is your time to shine. Fantastic. Like I said, guys, this was going to be super, super short. If this resonated with you, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to read it. If you like my energy and my channel, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, guys, I will see you hopefully next time. Until then, take care. Bye. Part 4, and welcome to your reading, your yes or no question. Like I've mentioned with the other piles, this is going to be a super quick reading today. So we're going to get straight to the point. Now, I know you guys came here hoping for a direct yes or no. And I'm sorry to say, pile 4, it is not a direct answer for you guys. So for your main tarot, we have the Two of Swords. And I'm going to get into that in a moment. Just quickly read out your other cards here. We have the card Truth. We have Emotions are running high with Supermoon. We have Trust, Red Jasper, Healthy Boundaries. And we also have the card Retreat. that says, never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. So the Two of Swords can talk about having choices, options, deciding between two things. Being that, the swords can talk about the mind as well. This can be an inner conflict, maybe, conflicted about a choice. This can also be Two of Swords about indecision as well. Not making a choice, which, oftentimes we forget that not making a choice sometimes is also making a choice. Do you know what I mean? But in the traditional Rider-Waite, of course, we have the girl, she's blindfolded. And of course, as you guys know, I always say he, she, no gender specifics here, right? But on the card, blindfolded, so, that's either, usually to me, that's just not wanting to make a choice. That's avoidance, right? And sometimes, when we're standing in front of maybe a fork in the road, do we go left? Do we go right? What do we do? It is a bit of a tough decision. Sometimes, decisions are put in front of us when we're not ready to make one. We don't feel we're ready, right? But what I want to say here with this trust card is, I always feel like sometimes we get presented with things, the universe puts something in front of us and we say, oh, I'm not ready. But the universe knows that we are, right? What is that saying? You're never given anything more than you can handle, right? Which I know sometimes sounds, what's the word I'm after? Untrue, for lack of a better word, because sometimes we do feel like things are a bit over our heads. And maybe you may be feeling that way a little bit, Pile 2, with this energy. I am kind of picking up, on that feeling of like, I don't want to deal with this right now. But like I said, sometimes not making a choice is actually making a choice. And, we can keep the blindfold on as long as we want, but at the end of the day, those two swords are still going to be there, right? So I feel like this is something perhaps that you guys can't escape. You're not able to get out of, right? A decision does have to be made. What I want to say too, this can be two opposing sides as well. Maybe you've got people coming at you from different sides, different angles, ends, whatever, right, that are saying to you, do this, no, do that, do that. Maybe you're feeling a bit, I'm sensing like chariot energy. The spirit is putting the chariot card in my mind of kind of feeling like you're being pulled perhaps in two different directions. And maybe that's what's causing this indecision for some of you. Maybe there's something that maybe you were ready to make a decision, but you've got people that have decided to come in and have their say, and now you don't know. Sometimes that happens, which is why it's always good. There's always that thing about if we're wanting to start something, or we've got this big idea, or we've got like this dream that we're wanting to head towards, sometimes in the first early stages, it's a good idea to keep things quiet. So for some of you, because I'm mentioning, obtaining like a dream or goals or something, this could be what this is for you, right? If you relate to that, this could be what this decision is about. And maybe, you were that excited about it and it happens, right? I've done it so many times where I've gotten super excited about something and I've blabbed about it to anybody that would listen. And then I've got 1,000 opinions back about what I should do about it, and that changed me because I thought I was so sure about what I was doing. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, now I have all these people telling me what I should do. And now I'm second guessing myself. So this could be a scenario for some of you guys as well. Maybe that's happened. which would make a lot of sense because we do have the red jasper here with the healthy boundaries. So I feel like Spirit is telling you right now to put those boundaries in place, because in having those healthy boundaries, I'm hearing like keeping people at arm's length. You know what I mean? It's like you're not being rude. You're not telling them to pee off or anything, right? But you're just, being polite of, look, okay, I respect your opinion, but at the end of the day, this is my decision. So it's keeping those little healthy boundaries in place, right? This could be family, friends, work colleagues, I don't know, anybody that can be having their say here if you resonate with that part, right? And with the emotions are running high, perhaps this has caused a bit of commotion with some people, or their reactions or their opinions has caused the emotions to run high within you. Maybe this has brought on a bit of stress or something. Maybe this has brought on just you feeling maybe even, I'm hearing like exasperated or something, or just really frustrated. Maybe that's caused you to go, you know what, I'm just going to put the blindfold on and I'm not even going to make this decision. I'm not even going to take a step right now. And I'm hearing it's like I'm being put in the middle of a crowd of people, and it's like you can't even hear yourself think because everybody's having something to say, right? Everybody's talking, and it's really loud, and it's like I can't even think. But that works with this card, the retreat. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. So it's going to be really important for you guys right now to take some time out to yourself to get to the bottom of what it is that you want to do to proceed forward. Because whatever this is, this decision, this choice, whatever you're doing here, this is about you. And yes, okay, not everything we do in life is, self-focused. Sometimes it does involve other people. And I know sometimes that can confuse things as well when we know there's other parties involved, or we know that our decisions may affect sometimes other people as well. But at the end of the day, you really have to do you, right? And do what's best for you. So I feel like this Two of Swords, yes, may not be a yes or no answer that you're hoping for, because I feel like there's more clarity, there's more information that needs to come to you in order to make this decision. But you're not able to get those answers, to get that clarity, if this is what you're resonating with other people having their say, or outside influences playing a part, right? Because like I said, we've got the healthy boundaries card. And we do have this truth card here. So this is about getting to the bottom of the truth of what you really want and what is the right decision for you moving forward, again, for you, right? Wow, and I have never noticed this in this card before. Sorry, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, whoa. That's really weird. Okay, sorry. This is going to sound really... Oh. Wow. It's funny, you can have tarot cards and you can have certain oracle cards for a long time and you still see new things in them. I have never noticed this before. In this truth card, above the tree, there are not one, but there's two faces in the clouds. I've never noticed this before. That's crazy. One of them, this is a definite man's face. Now, this is going to sound really weird, but what I want to say is it's like, because I'm into music and stuff, right? And I like listen to all kinds of different music. But one of the genres I do love is metal music. And this looks like a guy from a metal band, if I'm honest, because he's got like the black makeup around the eyes. I almost want to say he looks like the Crow character from, The Crow, Eric Draven. So if anyone loves that, because that's like my favorite movie. But yeah, oh, wow, that's interesting. So I don't know if that resonates at all for any of you. But what I want to say is he looks a little bit scary, right? He looks a little bit, yeah, intimidating even. But then you've got this like white, angelic kind of face, I don't know, on the left here. So that kind of mirrors what I was saying, to be honest, about like almost like the two voices, or maybe even it's an inner conflict as well. Maybe there's like the angel and the devil on your shoulders right now, and maybe that's what's stopping you from moving forward. Maybe you don't know who to listen to, or you don't know. Yeah, interesting. But I do feel like too, maybe, again, that retreat card, spending some time out in nature is going to help a lot to gain clarity and to get the information that you need. Wow, sorry, I'm so surprised by that. I've literally never noticed that before. Wow. Yeah, okay. So we do have the card of trust here. So the universe is asking you to trust in the process, right? Trust in, this is my angel deck as well. So trust your angels as well, because you could have a lot of angels guiding you right now as well. Guardian angels, archangels. But it's kind of like, it's like the tides as well. The rough seas, but then the calm waters as well. The water can change so much, right? It goes through all these different transformations, doesn't it? Little waves, big waves, crashing upon the shore, completely calm, even to the point that it gets still and it mirrors everything around it, right? Think about that mirroring water. I kind of feel like, maybe this is a time of introspection as well, a little bit of reflection. What is it that you really want? What's the truth of this situation? Who are you? Where are you headed? What is this about for you? That was a lot. Sorry, that was a lot of like 10,000 questions at once. But, and I'm noticing here on this card, you can't see her other foot. I don't know on the trust card. I don't know if it's covered by her dress or whether she's got one foot in the water. Some of you might be really connected to water, and this might be really calming and cleansing for you guys right now, as well as offering you some clarity. So perhaps going to sit by the ocean if you've got the ocean around you, or a river or a pond, any form of water that you can be near, might be really calming and offer you that clarity, enabling you, to get that moment's peace so you can get the clarity that you need. I'm seeing this sun setting too. Maybe maybe you're feeling like you're running out of time on this decision as well. Maybe this is why the emotions might be running high as well. Maybe you're feeling like the sun's setting on this decision. But again, the universe is asking you to trust. Trust in yourself as well. Trust that you know what you want, right? There's a lot of the times too we sit here and go, I don't know what I want. But the reason for that a lot of the times is because of the outer influences, because everyone else is trying to tell us what to think and tell us what to be and tell us what to do. But when we do take that moment to ourselves and we actually listen, right, to our hearts, to our souls, to that inner guidance, right, to our intuition, we do know what we want. But it's just getting that moment to ourselves to really clear the mind and get that clarity. So again, healthy boundaries. And, I'm not saying that these people don't have good intentions if this is the case, with outer influences and people having their say. but they may well, all want the best for you, and they think that they're doing the right thing by offering their opinions or offering their guidance, as it were, right? But at the end of the day, you have to do you, and you have to make this decision based on what you want and what works for you. And so to get this clarity, to get your yes or no, to be honest, or to get the choice that you need to make, right? You need to take some time out and you need to figure out what it is that works for you. What's going to make you happy here? What is going to be fulfilling for you? What is going to work for you? A lot of the times we're not, I don't want to use the term selfish, but it's like, if I were to say it, it's like we're not selfish enough sometimes. Do you know what I mean? I think, and it's easy when it's family and it's friends and things. Sometimes they think, well, you should listen to me. I'm your mother, I'm your father, I'm your brother, I'm your sister, whatever, right? I'm your best friend. And but at the end of the day, it really does have to come down to you, because you're not living anybody else's life, you're living your life. And the same with them, they're not living yours, right? They're trying to live their own. And as much as they think they're helping by saying, well, hey, you know what I think you should do, and you may listen to it and say, thank you, I appreciate that, that's all well and good, but I'm going with my gut on this one, I'm going with my heart on this one, I'm moving forward with what I want in my way. And in figuring that out, what it is that you really want, that's when you're going to know which decision to make and how to proceed forward. And with the water here, I feel like this is going with the flow as well. I feel like there may, again, with that blindfold, there's like a bit of resistance happening right now. So it is important for you guys, again, to trust, right, in the process, and trust that this is going to work out. Trust that you will come to the decision that you need to make, and that the decision you make will be the right one for you, right? Because this is what you need to believe in. This is what you need to have the confidence in, that you're going to get to that clarity, to the truth, to figure out what it is that you really want, what fulfills you, what it is that's going to allow you to move forward in the best way for yourself. Yeah. So guys, like I said, this was a super quick reading. We have come to the end. I hope that was helpful. Like I said, I know it wasn't a definite yes or no answer for you guys, but I really do hope that helped in clarifying or anything for you, or knowing how to at least proceed forward in terms of making this decision. If you did like today's reading and this did resonate, please leave me a message down in the comments. If you like my energy and my channel and you haven't yet already, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you hopefully on the next reading. Bye guys. Take care.